Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for watching, and thanks to my fine sponsors at Robert Gibb & Sons. Coming up next, we're going to talk about for cold, a little warm up, but don't let it fool you. You heard it here on Hutch's Weather. Several days of cold temperatures and wind chills that could approach 50 below zero. Your forecast details are coming up
Now,
next.
a Hutch's Weather Update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Brought to you by Robert Gibb & Sons.
All right, thanks again for watching. Let's take a look at this hour-by-hour forecast because this is the first model I've seen painting a little bit of a picture of some slippery road conditions. Now, here's what we have going on. Very strong winds overnight causing temperatures to be on the up and up as we head towards morning. So we fall first down to sub-zero once again in Fargo, but south winds will scrub out that molasses of dense, cold, heavy air out of the valley, starts mixing it and warming it. But above the ground, we're going to have warmer air rising over the top of the cooler air, and that could melt some snowflakes into raindrops. And when that happens, as it falls, we could get some areas of sleet or freezing rain with temperatures in the single digits to around 10 degrees. Freezing rain is going to be likely in a few spots. Please travel with caution. Check hutchesweather.com for the latest in your road reports. Let's show you through this. This is 6 a.m. in the morning getting started. It moves through Fargo and Grand Forks by the time we get to 8. So it'll lay a layer of snow or mixed precipitation across the area. It'll be heading into places like Red Lake Falls, Thief River Falls on up towards Roseau, Wanaska, all the way out towards International Falls by mid-morning. Then after that, it'll continue its trek off to the east as it heads out toward Duluth as we go toward the middle of the morning hours. Now here could be followed up by a few flakes of snow here and there. Keep that in mind. The wind will be southerly at first and then shift and become more westerly. We could have gusts upwards of 35 miles per hour, making it feel wind chilly and taking some of this light snow on the ground and blowing it all over the place. Again, road conditions could be quite tricky as well. Most of the cloud cover will spend its time over Minnesota as we go into the afternoon hours as we enjoy much milder weather out to the west. Now, as we go through the forecast period, we are also talking about some unsettled weather. But first, let's take a look at hutchesweather.com. I want to show you, if you haven't seen yet, where I've positioned, or we positioned, a look at your road conditions on hutchesweather.com. Trying to make it easy for you to find the information that you need at your fingertips. Upper left-hand corner, you see the road conditions tab there. Push on that, you get the very latest in your road conditions across the area as we go through. Like right here, let's check out those North Dakota road reports by going here, clicking on North Dakota, and this shows us in areas of yellow where the roads are icy. Check it out throughout our evening tonight. Tuesday night, some very icy conditions in east central portions of North Dakota and southeast North Dakota as well. The green, by the way, doesn't mean good and go as fast as you can. It means seasonal travel conditions. We have some snow-covered roads out in the southwestern part of the state right now. And in the oil patch, as we look into South Dakota, we're seeing conditions there that are generally similar with some unsettled snowy weather making its way into the Black Hills as we go through. And there are roads that are icy in the eastern third of the state as well. Again, hutchesweather.com will keep you ahead of the game. Thanks for uploading all your photos as well. Now let's take a look at one or two things in the forecast period as we go through with regards to our temperatures tonight. I think that's kind of an interesting thing as we'll see them dropping off very quickly first. So here we go as we load up the hour-by-hour forecast here. One moment. Thanks for your patience. We'll go ahead and sneak this over, and I will pull up a model run that gets us a little bit farther out in time here. And as we do so, I'm going to highlight the temperatures on this particular map. Now, what you're seeing here as we go through the early overnight hours is going to be this cold blob of air sticking as temperatures fall down to the sub-zero category. We could hit minus 10, minus 15 in a couple places. The best chance of that could be for you folks in that Park Rapids, Hubbard County area where we've had some significant snow showers. That includes you in Monoman and down into northern parts of the Becker County area. But this is stopped here at about midnight. Now, as we go through and continue the trek on this forecast model run, you're going to see the warmer air scooting in. This is where we'll have that chance of lacing the roads in the very early hours of the morning with a light layer of snow and or with some sleet or freezing rain. As that happens, we'll have winds that'll be gusting and turning from south to out of the west and northwest, and that means some light fluffy snow in places will be blowing and drifting across the area roads. So that's a look at your temperatures. We'll be rising to the single digits above zero here in Fargo and Grand Forks to start your day tomorrow. All right, here are the numbers of what you need to know with regards to the forecast trend as we go through the next few days. Here's a couple of things that I think and I find pretty interesting once we get through the next 24 hours, and then we'll talk a little bit more. But first, as we take a look at our forecast for the morning tomorrow, again, remember, mixed precipitation making its way through, and here are the digits as we load it up. All right, here we go. Talking about temperatures in the 20s in the western one half to maybe 2/3 of the state, teens and single digits here in the valley. A cold start, but will continually be rising. Watch out for flakes of snow, blowing and drifting snow, and freezing mixed precipitation, creating nonsense on area roads. Looking into Minnesota, that's where the coldest air will be. And again, as mentioned, Park Rapids, mighty chilly indeed as we go through. Afternoon temperatures out in Minnesota look like this. We'll see high temperatures only reading the mid-teens to around 20 degrees in Bemidji, 20 for War Road, 28 in Fargo, 32 out in Grand Forks. And again, gusty northwest winds could clock 40 miles per hour or better across the region. And look at the warmth taking place out to the west, 35 to 40 degrees, as we'll be melting some surface snow out there for sure. This is a hint at what's coming this weekend. It begins Friday, a cold front and then another cold front in the same day slide through the region, and it's going to bring Arctic air. Air temperatures will be the coldest of the year. This morning was Fargo's coldest day of the year with temperatures near 15 below zero at the Endon sensor here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. We're going to have wind chills that'll be 40 to 50 below zero in our region to start Monday, and air temperatures will be dropping down into that 20 below range. Here's a look at that 7-day planner as we wrap this broadcast up. Thanks again for watching. Drop a comment on here. Let me know if you have a question as well. Near 30 the next 2 days. Whiplash indeed. This won't feel all that warm either with regards to the wind that'll be in place, but I do expect it to be the nicer of the next 2 days. And then Friday, there may be some prefrontal warming, by the way, as that starts in the morning that has some of us in the low 30s, falling throughout the day to 21 in the afternoon. Then the secondary Arctic front starts punching through on Friday. Gusty north winds have us falling temperatures all day Saturday. Wind chills will be brutal on Saturday, around 25 to 35 below, but even brutaler on Sunday and into Monday. Monday that day, I do think we'll see some wind chills that exceed 50 degrees below zero with a chance of snow again next Tuesday. Not a lot of snow here as that double shot of cold air works its way in, but we can't rule out some of those renegade Arctic flurries working their way through. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, drop me a note. Otherwise, have a nice night out there and, well, travel safe tomorrow in the sticky mess, and check hutchesweather.com for the latest. Please follow me here on Facebook. It helps me out, or subscribe on YouTube.